Live from WTVO 17 and your home team, Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
An argument inside a State Line store turns dangerous. A threat against employees prompts a call to 911.
Plus, panic in the parking lot. A local woman says she was harassed while trying to vote in Tuesday's election.
Words aren't backed up by actions, they become meaningless.
A local school district takes action to show students they're safe. The student behind the message hopes her experience gets others to speak out.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. 2 people are behind bars, charged in the death of a Freeport man whose body was found in the Mississippi River. We
first told you about Keith Heidenreich's death in early March. Today, Levi Myers and Danielle Heidenreich were arrested. Myers is charged with first-degree murder. Heidenreich faces a concealment of homicidal death charge. Both are being held in the Joe Daviess County Jail. Joe Daviess County prosecutors say Keith Heidenreich was killed inside the pair's home in Hanover. His body was then dumped in the Mississippi River at Miller's Boat Landing just north of Savannah.
A Rockford Walmart shut down after the report of a man with a gun inside.
This happened shortly after 1 at the Walton Street location near East 8 and Perryville. Police say there was an argument between employees and a customer. That's when the customer pulled out a gun. Employees called 911. The suspect took off. He was gone by the time officers got to the scene. No one was hurt. Investigators say they've detained a 20-year-old man and say there's no threat to the public. Walmart is still closed.
Days after the consolidated election, a seat on the Rockford School Board is still undecided. Eyewitness News is your local election headquarters. District C is too close to call. Board President Ken Scrivano currently holds the office. On election night, we told you he was ahead by 5 votes. Today, challenger Cameron Muhammad is out in front by just 6 votes. Mail-in ballots are still being counted. Scrivano has held the District C seat for a decade.
On Election Day, it's your right to vote your conscience without being intimidated by others. But one local woman says that's just what happened to her. Michelle Rave explains more about her experience. She learned it wasn't the only Election Day complaint.
Oh, I was absolutely scared. I mean, at first, because I didn't expect some guy to be slamming pictures or a sign up against my window.
On Tuesday, Christy Larson drove to the Eagles Club in Freeport to fulfill her civic duty and vote.
I had a ding on my phone, so I looked down. I was on my phone looking at it, and I seen this gentleman walking up towards my car, but I thought maybe he was walking up here.
She wasn't expecting to see this man in the parking lot, holding a sign not far from the polling location entrance.
The next thing I know, there's like a shadow here, and I look to my left, to my window, and he takes a sign, he slams it up against my window, and he's just standing there.
Larson says she had to ask the man multiple times to leave her alone and ended up filing a report with Freeport Police. Chief Matthew Summer says this isn't the only call they received on Election Day.
At about 7:30, we started receiving numerous complaints of some behaviors that were happening in the polling place locations that we're not used to in this community. Most people think that you can't do campaigning at a polling site, and there's different variations in the law on what you can and cannot do.
You can hand out election-related materials and put signs up near a polling location. However, you must check the distance. Legally, it has to be more than 100 feet from the polling entrance. But harassing or continually bothering someone, no matter where, can get you arrested.
I think there's things that our county is going to do for the next election because of things that happened this year.
Larson says despite the scare, she won't stop from voting.
I would come anyway, but for other people, I mean, if they had police presence, I would think that would make me feel better.
Reporting in Freeport for your home team, I'm Michelle Rave.
That man was cited for disorderly conduct. To make a complaint about electioneering, you can go to your county clerk on Election Day. Otherwise, you need to file a written complaint with the executive director of the Illinois State Board of Elections in Springfield.
Starting Monday, all Illinois residents 16 and older can get in line to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Locally, Winnebago, Ogle, and Lee counties have already made the change. So far, 73% of seniors and 42% of people 16 and over have received at least one dose. 25% of adults are fully vaccinated.
But it is important that we begin to address the whole population, because the danger of the new variants spreading means that we want every dose to get into arms as soon as humanly possible. The vaccine is the best weapon against the variants, and it's the fastest ticket back to normal life.
In all, 6.7 million shots have been put in arms.
A local school district puts its desire to create equity among students on full display. This banner was unveiled today at Harlem High School. Black Lives Matter, Love is Love, and Women's Rights are Human Rights are some of the phrases. Harlem Jr. Caitlin Hardy created it. Administrators believe the banner will help their mission to build a culture of tolerance and empowerment. Caitlin says it's important for everyone to stand up for others.
I would just say to any students or people that maybe feel marginalized or feel underrepresented, don't be afraid to speak out. It's a little nerve-wracking sometimes, it's a little scary, but ultimately you'll feel so much better when we continue to make this progress.
Banners were also presented to each of the other district schools.
Young readers get a break from a local library.
Boyd Library is forgiving all late fees for young and young adult materials. Ari Bruckman learned more about the decision. Ari, library administrators say this comes down to more than just dollars and cents.
Yeah, Eric and Mimi, while saving money on fines and fees aids families facing financial difficulty, one library official tells me the bigger picture here is about encouraging families to come back to the library.
It's really the key to a community's success, having kids and families who are able to read.
This week is National Library Week. As a result, Beloit Public Library has eliminated fines on all youth and young adult materials. Amy Mitchell hopes this encourages families worried about the money.
Before fine-free, families would be charged 10 cents to 25 cents per day each day that those items would be late, and up to $5 each. And so if you can imagine, if they have a bag full, that could add up.
During the pandemic, Mitchell has seen an uptick in college students utilize the library. Alondra Terry is one of those students. As a fifth-year senior in the nursing program at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, she has relied heavily on the library as a resource.
It's kind of hard to stay focused and keep going at it at home, especially with all the distractions. So it's really big to clear all the distractions coming here. It's quiet and I get a lot more done than I can at home.
Mitchell emphasizes the importance of kids coming to the library in person and says there's something magical about holding a book.
It has a certain smell, it has a certain feel, and it does teach kids something that a digital book wouldn't, in terms of how you turn the page, how you hold the page. There are a lot of different things about that are pretty unique.
The fines and fees for youth and young adult materials will continue to be waived through April 10th. Eric and Mimi.
President Joe Biden takes executive action to curb gun violence.
Lawmakers and gun groups have pushed the administration to respond in the wake of deadly mass shootings across the country in recent weeks. Our Washington correspondent Jessie Tunua reports as she keeps you connected to the nation's capital.
Good evening. The president stressed these are easy first steps to take that do not infringe on Americans' Second Amendment rights.
Gun violence in this country is an epidemic, and it's an international embarrassment.
The Biden administration is making gun control its next target of executive action.
We've had more tragedy than we can bear.
Without waiting on Congress to act, President Biden says his executive orders address gun violence and the public health and economic issues that stem from it.
Enough prayers. Time for some action.
The directives call on the Department of Justice to ban stabilizing braces on pistols and stop ghost guns, which Attorney General Merrick Garland says are assembled without serial numbers and sold without background checks.
The kits are aptly called buy, build, shoot kits.
Garland will also be in charge of creating a new annual report on firearms trafficking and an example of red flag legislation for states.
Allow family members or law enforcement to petition for court orders that temporarily bar people in crisis from accessing firearms.
Nearly 24 states, including Republican Senator Mike Braun's Indiana, have adopted these laws.
I don't think it works on a federal level, but it might be a tool for other states to use.
Gun violence survivors like Christian Heine with Brady call these steps historic, but ultimately urge Congress to act.
Let's be really clear. Every single day that we wait, more Americans die.
Gun violence survivors and the president himself called on the Senate to pass the bills from the House that would tighten the regulation of gun sales. In Washington, I'm Jesse Chnor.
Now, your first warned weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Quite the difference for us this afternoon compared to where we were the last 5 days, with our temperatures climbing into the 70s, reaching 80 degrees. A far cry from that for us this afternoon. Well, we had a couple of breaks in some of the cloud cover earlier today. That low pressure system moving closer to us, bringing back in the rain, and it's been pretty steady at times and even a little bit on the heavier side as that low pressure system works in from the west and southwest. As you can see, that low is actually moving into west central Illinois. We've had a couple of thunderstorms firing up well off to the east. No threat for any thunder for us tonight, but kind of this rainy scattered shower pattern going to continue here throughout the evening. We need the rainfall, but it's kind of made it a dreary Thursday afternoon, especially when we had plenty of sunshine and those more summer-like temperatures. But this is really cool to kind of look at this low pressure system kind of in the middle part of the atmosphere and that counterclockwise spin. It gives you kind of an idea of just how large that low actually is. And while the center of that low is moving into west central Illinois, reason why we're seeing those showers kind of kick back up is because we have these little disturbances. Think of these as kind of like little spokes that go around a wagon wheel. So each one that comes through enhances that lift, takes advantage of the moisture that we have, and we've got those showers. So as long as that low is overhead, we are going to continue to see that scattered rain chance not only through the night tonight, but also during the first half of the day tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow morning could be a little soggy for some, so you're going to need probably a jacket, hood, and you'll be needing the windshield wipers there throughout the morning. Now, as we go through the afternoon, that low pressure system actually going to pull a little bit further to the north, so kind of takes a little bit more of that lift with it. Still keeping a few scattered showers that could hang on through about 6 or 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, but then drying out Friday night and for the first part, or at least the morning on Saturday. Saturday afternoon, another area of low pressure comes in. This again could bring us a good soaking rain that would take us through late Saturday evening and Saturday night. Temperatures have cooled, unfortunately, into the lower 50s with some of those showers. 53 in Freeport, 52 in Rochelle, 55 in DeKalb. We're at 60 in South Beloit for Ben. Had a little over 3/10 of an inch of rain come down. 58 for Ken and Belvedere, 57. Kind of a dreary day down there in the Kirkland Fairdale area, and 60 degrees the last hour for Bob here in Rockford. And those rainfall totals right around that 1/4 of an inch up to 3 or even 4/10 of an inch. And we'll add on to that here as we go through this evening. Now, I mentioned that chance for rain coming up Saturday into Saturday night. Upper level low coming in from the northwest. This is going to quickly dive southeast across the plains during the day on Friday. That's actually going to help a surface low pressure system develop to the south and kind of work up through parts of Arkansas, Missouri, and into central and southern Illinois during the day on Saturday. So here's that rain that comes in, and as I mentioned, could be a good soaking rain, kind of depending on how far north that low actually goes. We'll see that pull away, though, during the day on Sunday, so a little more dry time there for Sunday afternoon. Temperatures, while they're cooler, still staying a bit above average. But we look at the end here of that 7-day forecast, and we see the numbers kind of fall a bit. We're into the 50s by the end of the week, and we've got to watch those overnight low temperatures too. You probably have noticed the grass kind of greening up a little more with the warmth and a few showers here and there and some flowers starting to come up. So with temperatures falling back, a little sensitive vegetation you might have to keep an eye out for next week.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
The NBA announced earlier this morning that Fred VanVleet, among several other Raptors and Lakers players, have been suspended as a result of Tuesday's entanglement. Here's the video again. Pass goes up court to OG Anunoby. Him and Dennis Schroeder kind of get tangled up. Then Anunoby pulls him down. Then you'll see Fred come in off the bench here. Doesn't appear like he's doing anything malicious, just kind of sticking up for his teammate. But as a result of leaving the bench, he is served with a 1-game suspension. This was Fred's reaction on Twitter, retweeting the NBA's announcement. Pretty straightforward. And LOL, man, a few words. Not much room for interpretation on this one. Clearly unhappy with the decision to suspend him in that whole mix-up. The Bulls do travel to play the Raptors tonight, and suspension or no suspension, we weren't going to see Fred out there as he's still nursing a hip injury suffered a while back. Tip-off from Tampa set for 6:30. Cubs were out in Pittsburgh this afternoon. How about the start this guy's off to? Chris Bryant getting the Cubs on the board in the first with a solo shot to center field, his second of the season, as he's starting to get a little mojo back. Cubs up 1-0. In the sixth, the man on, Javi goes way down to get this one, hits it a mile high, and it leaves the yard. A 2-run homer for Javi gives the Cubs the 3-2 lead. Jake Arrieta improves to 2-0 with the 4-2 win. The Blackhawks made their second trade with the Florida Panthers in less than a week today, sending Lucas Wallmark and Lucas Carlson to the Panthers in exchange for 3 players and a 7th-round pick. 3 players include Henrik Borgstrom, Brett Connolly, and Riley Stillman. This appears to be a move for the future, despite the team still trying to win now. The Blackhawks do play tonight, hosting the Dallas Stars, trying to sweep the series after Tuesday's 4-2 victory. Puck drop from the United Center is at 7 p.m. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
First Warning Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. Scattered showers, those are expected to continue here kind of as we go through the rest of this evening. Might lighten up a little more in intensity later tonight and then kind of continuing into the morning hours tomorrow. Becoming a little less by tomorrow afternoon. Highs back up to 61. 61 for Saturday. Chance for more steady rain comes in then Saturday afternoon. Saturday evening could be a good soaking rain kind of depending on where that low pressure system comes through. 62 degrees on Sunday. Cold front comes in Monday, and you see what that does for our temperatures. We'll see our highs fall back into the 50s and actually falling a little below average. That could take us through the middle of the month.
Up and down. All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending a little of your time with us. Stay safe.